Kenyan Cycling. For the longest, we've had our ups and downs as Kenyan Cycling, and that's why the Wafinyi came in to add or to put some more little effort to ensuring that the Kenyan Cycling is shown and is run properly, so that the world and other scouts, maybe the other bigger teams, will come into Kenya and pick the best, if not all the best. So today, we are seated here, me and my friend over here, Jerry, the director. Yeah, so we want to talk Kenya cycling, and my friend Jerry, we've done this. We've done live stream. We've talked to some of the cyclists, if not all, a little engagement here and there before and after the races, and they have given us their thoughts. Some are not happy about it. Some are happy about the progress. So Kenya cycling, where are we at now?
I think when we start talking about Kenya cycling, also we need to appreciate ourselves, Wafinyi, because we are trying to do something that has not been okay. The people have tried it before us, but now I think we've given it a different approach because we want more cyclists to be recognized. Like from the race, the live stream that we did in Malindi.
Yeah.
You see how at least we gave some title, because it was evidence of what he did, and compared to the past few races that I think they have done, I think we have given so many cyclists a platform, and we are hoping to make it even better. In regards to Kenya cycling, I think we still have a long way to go. That's for sure. Yes, there's growth, but I believe we still have a long way to go.
Yeah, I started cycling COVID time. I think most people started cycling then. Like most of us, we bought our bikes in the supermarkets. Yeah, I remember my first bike, Aomena. Yeah. Ilikuwa inaita Aomena. So people walikuwa wananitukana kidogo like Omena. Yeah. It was a Chinese bike, steel frame. That was my first bike, time ya COVID. So I think that's where we started. Then I started some solo rides hapa na pale. Then I found some cyclists kwa mechanic. These mechanics by the roadside. So then they told me, come join us. So I joined them. Then from then I started hearing some big names, which I never knew were big. I came to know they were big uko mbele. Names like Suleiman Kangangi, may he rest in peace, and Njoroge Memorial. I think we also have one race named Njoroge Memorial. Yeah, so I think those were one of the big names, and some people right now in our era are making their names. People like Bobby Joseph, people like Charles Kagimu, I think the Ugandan team, Kina Schleck. So we claim them, but ikifika Olympics, they go to race for...
the Ugandan by nationality.
Yeah, but Kenyan by blood. Yeah. So yeah, I think Kenya cycling started somewhere good. Akina Kinja, they've done really great job of the Safari Simbas team. Yeah, then something big came, the Ride United Foundation. Yeah, hapo ndio akina Kinja, I think, in connection with Safari Simbas, because I've seen their names on the Ride United vehicle. So Kinja has really played a big part in the Kenyan cycling scene. Most people, wale waliacha cycling huko nyuma, wanaulizanga Kinja bado yuko. Yeah, so I think Kenya cycling has a rich history going back, and I think it's a good progress. It's a good step for us. So maybe in regards to the Ride United, really people are so interested to know, because at first when I saw you Ride United posting akina Bobby, akina Joseph Kamau, I was like,
and the guy from Tanzania.
Yeah, because Bobby was telling me, manze, in July, June, huko mi sitakuwa Kenya. Then I'm like, bro, are you going to race Tour de France? Because Tour de France is in
the
July.
ultimate goal.
Yeah. So I was like, Ride United, how is it? So we were so eager to see what has transpired. Maybe from your end, maybe you can tell me maybe how you thought about it, because maybe me, kwangu, it was different. Maybe you can tell me how you thought about it.
I think for me, from my personal opinion, I would say whatever Red United is doing is good. Yeah, like now they're also trying to put African racers on the map. Like TDF this year, we can see what Mr. Biniam is doing,
Yeah.
winning a stage in
Yeah.
Tour de France. I'm telling you, that is the ultimate dream for all cyclists.
Yeah,
And
sure,
Ride
sure.
United, I think they've packaged themselves in a way that they're going to they're going for the best, yes, but now the best, and they're giving the best services or trainings that normal that we local cyclists don't get to have. Like let me say nutrition.
Yeah, yeah.
You started cycling a while back.
Yeah.
Have you ever even met a nutritionist, somebody who can tell you I'm a nutritionist,
Yeah.
something like that? How often do you get massages?
I
You
don't.
don't.
Yeah.
People ride bikes without even doing bike fitting. You
Yeah.
see, now Ride United are trying to offer all those to the professional few cyclists that we have, and at least I think if they get to the level of Tour de France, Giro d'Italia, something like that, it
Yeah.
will be a big win, and we will be there as Wafini to tell you how it goes.
Yeah. Talking of bike fitting, do you think? I think someone should jump into that as a business opportunity.
Yeah, it is a business
Yeah.
opportunity, but
Yeah,
how
yeah.
many people will afford it?
A few, because I remember Larry. I think maybe a spouse to Baba Kama. Yeah. One time this year before the time trial race in Southern Bypass, this BITT, I went to him with my time trial bike and asked him to help me fit. I needed the bike to fit me properly. I was so eager to win. We cyclists, our ambitions are so big than our efforts.
Yeah, true.
Like we always say, we can move mountains. So when I went to him, we did some bike fitting. Was just a casual one because he didn't expect me to go with my time trial bike.
Yeah.
He expected a road bike. Anyway, it's not a time trial. I just fitted the TT bars. So he helped me. The charges were not that, they are affordable, but in the Kenyan cycling scene, most people are kind of growing. Yeah, most people are not well off financially because the cycling is a luxury sport and most things are so expensive.
Everything is expensive in cycling.
Everything is maybe
even the term itself
maybe
is
bike wash.
Maybe bike wash, yeah.
Which also 200 is not some pocket change.
But even the term itself is expensive. Cycling, bro.
Yeah.
A bike that worth almost 500,000 Kenya shillings.
Yeah,
helmet for 100,000.
Yeah.
A few spare part is almost. I mean, cycling is expensive.
Yeah, cycling is not a cheap sport, but
on regards
most people try to do it.
Sorry, on regards to the bike fitting aspect, I think somebody can jump into it. Honestly, if you have the patience to start bike fitting in Kenya. Yes, many people come to you if you offer an affordable price.
Yeah.
And now the affordable price, how much will it be? Such things are something that you need to consider because
it's expensive. Plus, even I think the equipments to do the bike fitting, because I've seen some videos online on YouTube of bike fitting, and the equipments there, you need the lasers, you need a lot of things.
A lot of things being incorporated.
So, maybe someone, if you're listening to us, maybe, and you have some money somewhere, you can try. Me and Jerry will be your first
clients.
And maybe it will be free for us.
Yeah. So, and we will be glad to put your business on our channels. Actually, on that point, before I forget, if you want to advertise your shop, whatever you are selling, anything, feel free to reach out to us. In the meantime, our website is still in development mode, but you can inbox us on our Instagram or Facebook. Those are the two socials that we are really active, and we can see. So, Bike Garage, Giant Bicycle Shop, Mr. David Carroll, talk to us.
Yeah. We are going to have that platform for you guys. Hata wale wasoma delivery, the cyclists who are doing deliveries.
Yeah.
You can reach out to us. This is the best platform for you guys to kind of show the world what you do.
I think once the platform is up and running, we will do a presentation and everything. You guys will get to know it. So, on regards to growth, I think you spoke on when you started cycling. I would like to ask you, who was your biggest inspiration when you started cycling? Because personally, I didn't have any. I used to know a friend by the name Felix and another one by the name Emmanuel.
Yeah.
who runs Manucho Sportswear on Instagram. He sells sportswear. So those are the two guys that I knew were the best cyclists in Kenya, because I started with in Kiswahili tunasema punda imechoka. Yeah, with a certain bicycle, my friend. Chumaya Gate. Yeah, stainless steel. Yeah, so personally, those are the two people that I was looking up to. I don't know about you.
Okay, personally, what motivated me into cycling were the bikes, not the people themselves. Yeah, because I remember my first, I used to do some little KMs, maybe maximum 10. From home to town, like 10, I'm like, hey, 10 kilometers on bike. Hey, it's so tough, man. So my first group ride, I joined Spin Kings. They were going to Kilimambogo, somewhere Garissa Road, yeah, from Thika. That was almost 150 km. So you can imagine my first time.
You're doing 150.
150.
And so, I think that time you had a Carrera, not the Aumena.
No, it was Aumena. That was the first group ride. Yeah, it was Aumena.
Okay.
Yeah, so they used to meet up at Airtel. Yeah, so I went to meet up with them in the morning. We started the ride, and you know the distance from Airtel to the standard media. It's not even 5 km. Those guys dropped me. Less than 5 km into the group ride. So mine was just asking the boda guys. Kuna watu wa bike wamepita. They're like, wako tu pale mbele. My friend, that hapo mbele.
In cycling hapo mbele, you'll never catch up.
Yeah, they always lie. So they were meeting up at Ruiru to meet some other group. So that's why I met them, and I started seeing some crazy bikes. So I asked someone, hey, hii bike yako ni poa, neza Man, I lifted the bike.
The weight itself is
the bike was like 7 kgs. Then compared with my 20 kgs bike, I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm strong.
You were riding a cement,
Yeah. So that was more like a solo ride, a very painful initiation into cycling for me.
So for me, let me give you, I usually tell most people this story. When I started cycling, I did from home to town.
Yeah.
That is roughly 11 km, and back that's 22 km. Almost a month. Then my friend Emmanuel told me, you know what, there's this group called Spin Kings. Everybody knows about Spin Kings and what happened. And the first ride, they were going to Machakos.
Yeah.
This program that they had for going to plant some seedlings.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah, I was there,
yeah. We are meeting in Garden Square. You know, I was so excited. Full gas from home to town, because I never knew what to expect. My friend, I got to Garden Square. I'm looking at the people there, Conceal ladies. I was seeing how big Susan was, and I was like, oh, so if this big can cycle, then why not me? Yeah. I was giving myself hope, my friend. I saw Kanya, Nadia, but then they were a little bit young.
They were young.
And I think Kanya was the youngest by then.
Yeah.
Is it Kanya? Yeah, Kanya was the youngest by then.
Yeah.
Now, once we were at Lukenya, you know, you must pass Lukenya, then a slight climb, then you enter Makutano.
Yeah.
Once we were at Lukenya, I was the last person, and Jojo, if you remember Jojo was sweeping.
Yeah.
Jojo asked me, are you okay? You'll finish?
Yeah.
I told him I will finish. I actually thought I was the last person. Now, on that drop to Makutano, I had somebody telling me from the back, excuse me, passing through. My friend, when I turned back to look who it was, Kanya. I felt demoralized. My self-esteem, I completely died and stopped cycling.
The way you are big.
Imagine, I'm this big, I'm old, and look at this baby, you know.
I think by then he was maybe, 8 or 9 years.
He was young, yeah.
He was young, yeah.
I felt demoralized and actually told Jojo, you know what, there's no fault in entering the chase car.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. The whole ride to Machakos.
That's less than 30 km.
Yeah.
Right.
So, man, it was not a good experience. But now that I think of it, it's an awesome experience, because now I told myself, you know what, I need to do this Machakos route often. Right now I can to and from solo, and it's not an issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we've got lots of mentors right now into the Kenyan cycling.
Many.
Yeah, like personally, maybe I can brag a little bit. When I started into Kenya cycling, the group, the Spin King, I used only to attend the Sunday ride, because on Saturday it was kind of busy. So I only used to come on Sundays, and I was I was so fast, man. I was fast.
You're still fast, I know you.
I was fast, man. I was so happy. I was like, hey, when people saw me, were like, hey, Aila amekuja. I don't know what happened, man.
You stopped cycling, bana.
Yeah, I stopped.
I think it's because of this Wafinyi thing.
Yeah, Wafinyi, I decided, maybe I've really suffered in the peloton.
Yeah.
Now it's my time to watch
people suffer.
Yeah, so
I remember when we were doing the which race was this? GRVC.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last climb. I remember you were saying this climb seems so easy. Man, you saw people dying.
Yeah.
You saw Bobby seated on the roadside, man. It was not easy.
Yeah. You were playing with gradients of
3,000.
You were 20% gradient hills. The rest, I think, was over 3,000.
Over 3,000, yeah.
Yeah, that's like Tour de France itself, mountain stage. Yeah, so
that was tough.
Cycling is not easy, especially for the competitive guys.
Yeah,
it's never easy
because it's full gas from the start.
Yeah, and that's why they act as mentors for those upcoming riders. Yeah, people like Bobby, Evan Wangai, like Joseph Kamoyo. See, when you see them do something like then when they give you their stories of how they started, people like Bobby, if you see his pictures when he started,
I saw some.
You're like, is this a really fast guy? You see people like Moses Samira. You see their pictures.
And you're like, no way.
Yeah, people like this Trika Road crew. Akina
Dimpo, Skimo,
you know, is
Ian.
Skimo is first time when he came cycling.
It was almost my size, actually, I remember.
Your size, plus he was putting on a Marvin on the helmet. You see how that's so big.
Beginner.
Yeah, you're just a beginner. Yeah, you're just a beginner. So but with time, you start seeing things. Now your bike, you'll need to buy things for your bikes like every weekend.
Every weekend, yeah.
Yeah, it's indeed it needs also some heavy pockets because my friend, cycling is
not pocket friendly.
For you to be the best, you also have to spend money.
I think now you can imagine a cyclist who is a videographer. Man, that guy is suffering.
I know, man. I know,
everything is expensive.
Yeah. Only lucky for those who use this cycling as their source of income.
Yeah.
Maybe use it to go to work. Yeah, I think
to commute.
After COVID, I think there's been a lot of commuters on the roads because when people came into cycling, you know, that COVID time, most people were home ridden. Like you are not supposed to go out. So the only maybe a cheat code for moving to other counties was cycling because the police officers will not stop you on your bike. Yeah. So I think most people are dragged into cycling by that.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, I've seen some people cycling. Maybe if I get a bike, I can be moving around. Yeah, because people wanted to break that boredom of staying at home. So from there, I think some people I know never expected cycling to be their source of income, maybe in racing and maybe doing deliveries and maybe going to work. Because I know for people like Bobby, I'll say this, maybe I'm not saying for himself, but I'm not sure. When he started cycling, he knew he will be where he is now.
Nobody knew. Knew.
People like...
I think the biggest turning point for Bobby is when he met Sule, if you ask me.
Exactly.
When he met
Sule and Moses Amira. Yeah, because Moses used to give them that platform to come train at his place using the woopy. I think Sule and Moses Amira have really done a lot for the kids.
And by then Bobby was in Bike Tribe.
He was in Bike
Tribe under Moses.
Yeah. He was teammates with Akina Montali.
But what happened to Montali? Man, when I started cycling, that guy was a beast.
He was.
He was. Montali, he owns the Montali collections. You can check him up on Instagram. That guy was a beast.
He was, because I remember I was doing some rest with him in the Joroge Memorial. I used to stick with him in the peloton.
You used to bite the wheel.
I used to suck his wheel in there. Akina Montali. So I think Sule Kinja, because Kinja has also nurtured Jordan Schleck. Kinja is also a very good coach.
Kinja, give him his flowers. He has done enough.
He's done.
I think for wherever he is right now, I wish there was somebody taking up what Kinja started to continue with it, you know, because he's getting old. Eventually, whether we like it or not, he will stop cycling. That's a fact that we need to start accepting as early as now. Eventually. You'll
sure.
get to that point, a breaking point of, you know what, I think I've done enough.
Yeah, because he's done some great job. You remember
Karaya,
tour around Rwanda was nurtured by Kija before Timamani took him. Yeah.
So nilikuwa nasema on the group rides, let's not forget this group, bicycle safaris. But everybody knows it's owned by Levin and Wendy. That's Wendy. So those are kind of groups that you can join. And bicycle safaris, I think they're unique in a way that they usually do
cyclotourism.
Yes.
You tour. Cyclotourism.
Cyclotourism. That word is new to me. Cyclotourism. So basically, they like can move from Nairobi to Nyeri, and they can cycle from Nairobi to Nyeri and camp in Nyeri, and then you come back. I think it's something good.
So those cyclists who love sherehe, wale wanapenda kupati, make sure you follow bicycle safaris.
On their socials.
They always have some favorable rates for those rides. You ride a day, then come back the following day. More like spending a night out of town. After cycling the whole day.
Personally, I've gone a few, and I think you've gone most. To me.
They are doing some great job.
The most recent tour trip was is it Moshi?
Moshi
in Tanzania.
Went to Moshi in Tanzania.
So you can imagine cycling from Nairobi to Moshi and beautiful sceneries. I mean, it's something fun.
You know this term when you tell people who are not cycling conversant, they'll be like, hey, like that time I did ride to Nakuru and back. That was 320 kilometers.
I think by then you are not okay mentally.
Why? Why, my friend? Why?
Man, how can you just wake up, do a solo ride from Nairobi to Nakuru and back?
I don't know. Those are some.
Man, you're not Sule, man.
Those are some of the motivations I was getting. Like I saw people do it. You know, on my first attempt, my battery died. My heart almost. Battery, somewhere in Kinungi. That was the first group ride with the spin kits. I don't know who suggested that.
Kinungi.
Imagine you are a beginner.
And you want to do Kinungi.
And you're leaving at 7 a.m. That's 300 kilometers, maximum 12 hours. Can't make it for a day.
You can't,
so some of these things, wanasemanga cycling ni ya mawazimu. It's like we are not okay mentally.
Because of the decisions that cyclists make.
Imagine you are descending down a hill within
25 mm tires.
25 mm
at a speed of 70, 60
and you're putting on some lycra. You're like, my friend, are you okay? So it's even for the pros. You see Akina Pogacar, Vingegaard dropping Akina Rem, and they're doing speeds of 110 kilometers.
110 kph.
Then you're like,
like stage 4 of TDF. Hey, that man Pogacar. Okay.
It's crazy. Like, and I think these are some of the things that are happening in the Kenyan cycling world. The races that happens. They're not that good. Like the ambulance wife. Not all race organizers bring the ambulance. So those are things maybe for those race organizers who are watching this. Maybe put into consideration.
On that note, this is my opinion. I'm not speaking on behalf of Wafinyo or anybody, but this is my opinion. I think KCRS, I don't know if they have guidelines that govern race organizing in Kenya. I have never participated in a race before, and I will never participate in a race unless I'm doing a live stream or I'm behind the camera. My friend, racing is not for people like me. It's unless it's
you're using an e-bike.
Maybe an e-bike. I think Nyago can come through on that. So I think KCRS should come up with the rules that govern race organizing. The reason I'm saying this is because we have done so many races, live stream and coverage, and we have seen the challenges that cyclists go through, you know. A good example, let's put this to light, the Gashika Classic race. 64 kilometers. Literally 64 kilometers, but there was no... If there were marshals, maybe we did not notice them, but there were
no marshals.
There were no marshals because people. It got to a point where now Baba Kanya decided to become a marshal so that people cannot get lost. So I think KCRS should come with the rules that govern race organizers. Like for your race to be on the Kenya cycling calendar, you must adhere to these rules. Have an ambulance on site. How many medics? A number of medics, at least 5 marshals. Paid marshals, not volunteering, because people participating in the race are paying. So they expect to have marshals, you know.
Plus motivation for the marshals.
It's called a motivation for the
because
marshals.
if you put someone there for free,
Mhm.
he's not going to do his work as he's supposed to do.
Yeah, so there must be a token of appreciation.
Yeah,
And rules, such rules,
yeah.
I think then that way KCRS, I think, will be easy, because honestly, from where we are seated, we don't see race organizers adhering to these rules.
Yeah, because most of them, maybe I can say, maybe for Alex, they are kind of trying
Alex is trying.
by providing the GPX file to the racers. But 100%, I'm sure, even me when I was racing in some of these, I was not checking my GPS unless it's off-road. For the tarmac road races, I will always follow someone that is in front of me. So that's why you get lots of people get lost in a group, because all of them, they are following only one person. It's not like the professional tours where races, where the roads are closed, maybe like the Grand Nairobi. You see the route is just like 1 or 2 loops or 3 loops. Yeah, so maybe most organizers can work in ensuring that they provide the GPX file the way Alex is doing.
Yeah.
Most of these organizers, you also have to give them their love. They are really trying getting that medic over there to move along the course of the race, because it's not our wish that someone crashes in the race, but these things happen by accident. They are never intentional. So a medic always has to be there, but at times, because you're not also supposed to risk, we also need just an ambulance on standby. But if they think the medic being there is fine, doing that by himself,
they think he should be there.
Yeah, him being by himself there. Yeah. Maybe adding an ambulance in the future. These are some of the growths Kenya.
I think if an ambulance is expensive, then I think get a medic and give him a dedicated border to move in case of a crash.
Yeah.
I think you saw that in Malindi. Malindi, the ambulance went with the racers and came back in case there was and there was also an extra medic on a border. I think that was a good gesture, showing that the race organizer really cares about the racers. It was honestly a good sign. And I don't know, you've raced before. What are the kind of challenges you racers face? You've raced before.
First, you talked about nutrition. Man, I never used to have a proper nutrition plan. I don't know, because maybe I was not that professional, but it's supposed to be there, health-wise. Because at times you might go for a race, or maybe a ride. After you are done, you feel like you are dying. Nutrition might have been the cause. Yeah, because maybe you wake up in the morning, you need things to give you some little energy. You'll go maybe sweet potato, maybe some oats, maybe some energy bars. But that's also a gap that someone needs to fill. A nutritionist in the Kenyan cycling scene. Just charge people 100 shillings, 200, give them the plan.
And I think if you're a nutritionist out there, I think you can at least offer free education to our cyclists, just out of mercy. Cyclists do need these nutrition plans. So if you're out there and maybe you want to offer any kind of help, I think reach out to us. We can give you the platform. You can come here and maybe explain more the kind of foods cyclists should consider before a race, after a race. Such things, I think.
Yeah, then apart from nutrition, which we need a nutritionist, hope you get to see this. Another thing, I think maybe there's some sort of gatekeeping.
I mean, tell you.
Yeah, we know. Okay,
we have faced it firsthand.
Yeah, we know Kenya. Cycling in Kenya should be community owned. It should not be individual owned. Yeah, like it's a community thing. Without the community, cycling cannot be. It's not a business. You need everyone to be there for whatever you are.
For an event to be successful.
For even a race. Like you can't put a race. Maybe charge 4,000 shillings for registration. Only 2 people will come. Yeah. So I think
if it's 4,000 shillings for registration and the cash prize is somehow something good.
Yeah. Then one thing the race organizers should know also in terms of the prize money, at least put some medal. Don't just charge someone 2,000 shillings. Okay. If you don't have the money to maybe put the medal, You can maybe suggest to the cyclist in one race, maybe you'll give it in the other race. Like tell them, we are giving medals, but it will come at a cost.
Yeah.
Because most of us want to brag to our families,
rights,
to our friends. Like I can't go to, I think GRVC this year had medals.
I've not seen any.
Yeah, because
not
I think
there will be.
the other year there were medals. Like these things need to be there. Because I remember back in school, you go for a science congress, there are certificates. I was there. For races,
You have certificates?
like I'm saying, they were there. Yeah,
I was wondering whether you could have been an engineer.
I used to do those things. I have the certificates, but they're just lying there.
I only have for music festivals.
Elon needs to take me up. Yeah, this is some brilliant mind right here. The race organizers need to kind of just give the medals. I know others are doing it. Just like the people who do marathon. Just acha ikue hapo. Acha kukue na medal. At least hata nikienda home, I'll have my frame up. I've arranged my medals. These ones I went to Jockey Memorial. I went to SBITT. I went to, and the positions maybe. So then gatekeeping up for
gatekeeping or favorism, I think we have witnessed it firsthand.
Yeah.
That's not a lie, and a few people know these stories, but I think it's gotten to a point where we need new things in cycling. New people on the cycling radars. So that, because I don't know how I'm going to put this so that we avoid any rubbing shoulders, but we need change. That's for a fact. We need change. And I believe change begins with us.
Yeah, because you see, like this issue of Z, these boomers and millennials are like shocked. These guys, cycling needs that.
Cycling needs
we don't need to run cycling the way we were doing it back in the 2000s. Back
2010,
then.
2011.
Like the Kenya Cycling Federation, they need to do better.
I think the Cycling Federation, government things. They are completely gatekeeping. If you want to put something, you have to talk to the Cycling Federation. If you want to do something, you have to talk to the
or you must know someone.
Or you must know someone in the Cycling Federation. No, I think the Cycling Federation should at least even look for KCRS. Have a sit down. What can we do? See how can we help? Because there are instances where you see there's a race in Egypt. The Cycling Federation has taken people. And you end up, for the people who have gone, you don't even know anyone. And you are like, I think the best people that were supposed to be there are not there. And the people who are there maybe are family members or... No, it's just an example. So we need a complete surgery in the cycling community.
And that's why I think someone started putting in some pressure. I think last year when they took the cycling team to Scotland for the Olympics, I think that's where the Kenyan Cycling Federation started doing some good job, but they need to do more. They need to do, because most people have been cut out. We have potential. People like Moses Miruri, people like Salim Kipkemboi. If you get their stories, these are just people who are doing the Black Mamba rides. Maybe your uncle has given you a Black Mamba. Then you ride maybe a certain group. Join them. Then their potential starts to be seen by those groups. So Kenya Cycling, the Kenya Federation of Cycling needs to do more.
And I think if you have any idea on how the cycling community or the federation or cycling community as a whole, the kind of things that can be done, I think you can tell us in the comment section. We see if how much you can boost your cries, because this is a platform that we are trying to address the issues. This is not football. We're not talking about the Premier League. We're not talking about the Euros. We're not talking about the World Cup. We're not talking about Manchester. Okay, Manchester is big, but we're not talking about Manchester City. It's Manchester United. Okay, I'm joking. So this is a platform that we want to voice our needs in the cycling community. So I believe if you have anything in regards to that, kindly reach out. Feel free to reach out. We are online 24/7. Those are the kind of issues. And let's talk about a little bit about KCRS. Whatever KCRS is doing, what's your opinion?
I think they are doing some good job. The point system, I'll get into it now, maybe how they give the points. But I'm really happy.
Get somebody to explain how the points.
We'll get one of the KCRS team members maybe will come and tell us how they give the points and stuff.
Yeah.
But they are doing a good job. Sure, at the end of the year, we are going to know which cyclist did what, how did he do in the races. They're doing a good job, but they need some push because you cyclists have some suggestions.
But you are afraid of airing the suggestions.
Yeah, we don't. Normally, people cry in the races. After the races, man, it's always crazy.
Yeah, bring those challenges here. We air them out.
Yeah, because you see after the race, someone is saying, I passed this guy, but he crossed the finish line before me. What happened? Yeah, we need some kind of accountability.
Accountability, yeah.
Being now that KCRF are the ones in charge of the point system and the races, as are all in with the bikes and gear, giant bicycles. Yeah, they are doing some good job. I commend them. They
100%.
Yeah, they need to keep pushing. They are really doing some good job. Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, this is Wafinyi. This is the first segment or episode.
Yeah.
I believe in the next episode we will air more issues. Maybe we didn't have enough time to air them today. We believe we'll air them more. I think if we get a guest or maybe someone from KCRS will keep you guys updated. And don't forget, this is a partnership between Wafinyi and the team behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Woopy Sport.
It's going to be big, man.
Yeah, it's going to be big, man. Woopy Sport they started as a basketball media team, the same way Wafinyi started in cycling. And we thought, you know what, if we bring these brains together, we can do something. And there goes Wafinyi and Woopy Sport. So we are going to increase the level of production. When it comes to live streams, at least we can have a second camera. So this is a sign that we have had the plea of so many people.
Yeah. Then maybe on some other thing we might have left out. Maybe these guys behind the camera are wondering. We're in July. You guys know it's Tour de France.
Yeah.
For those who are not born then, the first Tour de France was in 1903. I know your grandfather was not even born.
He was.
I'm not sure why you are not there.
He was.
Yeah, so
he told me.
In 2024, Tour de France, this is the 111th edition of the Tour de France. And things have already hit up. I think today, the making of this video, this is page 7 today.
The individual time trial.
Yeah, time trial. So far, Pogacar doing wonders. We are so happy.
I know you are saying you
By the way,
no.
My friend, wait. You are a team list.
A bike. Anytime.
That's why the day Pogacar won, you never even called me. You never called me. I knew this guy is pissed. Pogacar.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but we are so happy. Binyam Girmay from Eritrea
making history.
Has made history as the first black African. I don't know why they put it like that.
Yeah, because in the team, IPT, they are white South Africans.
Yeah, maybe his teammate has ever won South Africa.
Yeah, but he's a white.
Yeah, but we are all Africans. So Binyam Girmay has made Africa proud as being the first black African to win the Tour de France stage. Yeah, so...
And remember, as we are talking right now, he's wearing the green jersey.
Yeah, he has the green jersey for the best sprinter. We hope he keeps it to the end.
I think he will.
Yeah.
Unless Cavendish has an issue with him.
Yeah, and we have some big names. Vingegaard from Team Lisa Bike, Pogacar, we have Remco, we have Roglic, who ran from Visma. Yeah, I saw he was being interviewed the other day. And he said, I want to win some Tour de France. You know, he was hitting some low blocks on Visma. Because he was always being used. Remember in 2020, Roglic was about to win the Tour de France, but lost it on the final trial
stage.
Pogacar won. And this year, I think we have those two heavyweights still going head to head.
Even Paul, Visma, and Pogacar. I think that's a match because the higher probabilities for me, from my own opinion, as of the recording of this video, Remco might end up being the winner on this time trial.
Yeah, of course, he was world champion last
year. So his chances are extremely high.
We don't know what Pogacar and Vingegaard does in their pockets.
I think for Vingegaard, if Vingegaard does not win, it's because of the crash. You
guys, shut up.
Exactly, it's because of the crash.
He was cleared to race, my friend. Do you know before you go for a race, the number of medical checks
I think there are many.
Yeah, that guy fractured his collarbone fractured his ribs,
I know.
punctured his lungs. I don't know when they
That's
say
what I'm telling you.
punctured.
If he does not win,
But-
it's because he had a crash.
And if he wins,
The crash was a motivation.
he's still afraid. I think
He's not afraid. Who said he's afraid? No, why are you
analysts-
saying he's afraid?
Some analysts were saying is the confidence is still not there. You know, he crashed.
I think from when Pogacar won stage 4, if you saw the interview that he did with LCL, he said, okay, whatever Pogacar did wasn't a shock because he didn't seem to be strong. You see, so that's a sign that he'll eventually cope up with Pogacar, and he will.
And to
That's for
cancel
sure.
and to cancel that and say in stage, I think it was stage 4, the mountain.
The mountain stage.
Pogacar said he won. Is now the leader. 50
seconds actually.
50 seconds in front of
Vingegaard.
And 45 ahead of
Remco.
Remco. Hope that stands it maybe change today after the time
Definitely it will.
Yeah.
And it will be a big gap.
Yeah.
today.
You know, Pogacar said when he was interviewed, he said, I wanted to hit hard. So which means he never hit hard. So with him, UAE Emirates, be optimistic.
Oil money, bro. Oil
Yeah.
money.
Of course.
Oil money.
You
support oil.
900. Imagine Manchester City is
money.
threatening you at Jumbo Visma fan. being a Jumbo Visma fan and not Jumbo. Now they change. Team Lisa Bike. Being Team Lisa Bike fan and Manchester United fan or Arsenal fan. It's sad, man. Being traumatized kidogo hapa pale, but we hope. We know Vingegaard it's his form in the last week.
Yeah, in the last week.
And that's where the tough mountain stages are going to
And
come
I think
in.
that's why even last year he was able to beat Pogacar.
Yeah. When Pogacar, that audio kills me to death, man.
Share, subscribe, and what else? Just to know, we love you guys. Take care. Keep yourself safe. I think that's it.